Hey, what's up, guys? So, there is a rumor going around that we might end up actually having a PlayStation showcase later this month. So, we're going to be reading from Game Rant where it says, Rumor, PlayStation showcase happening this month. Rumor suggests that Sony's biggest showcase of the year, simply called the PlayStation Showcase, will take place sometime this month. Although summer is winding down and fall is fast approaching, there is still plenty of time for video game companies to make announcements for the summer season. Not E3 may be over, but it won't be long before the industry opens the door for Gamescom, releases its major fall/holiday video games, and moves on to the Game Awards. One company fans have been hoping to hear from, but has largely been quiet, is PS5 brand owner Sony. There hasn't been a state of play since early June, and there are upcoming games that definitely need the spotlight, like God of War Ragnarok. It finally has a release date of November 9th, but next to nothing in way of gameplay has been shown. Indeed, there's still plenty of time to show off the game, but the sooner the better. Rumor has it, though, that the next Sony event isn't a state of play, but a PlayStation showcase. State of plays are smaller shows, more comparable to a Nintendo Direct, whereas the PlayStation Showcase is essentially its E3 level presentation. For the past 2 years, a PlayStation Showcase has been held in September, but according to Xbox era founder and known insider Nick Baker, it seems the current plan is to host a PlayStation Showcase this month, in August instead. Given The Last of Us Part 1 September 2nd release date and the likelihood it would be at the showcase, this does make sense. Unfortunately, that's all Baker really had to share. He did say that his source told him the current plan is August, but also his source said not sure if it will be moved. And so yeah, this is very interesting, because the last 2 years, Sony's had a big showcase in September, and, if they bump it up to happening sometime in August, obviously that would be awesome. I would rather a showcase be this month instead of next month. Like, who would want to wait until next month to see what Sony's been working on? And even though last year's showcase overall wasn't the greatest, it wasn't until like the last 10 minutes, until we saw Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine and God of War Ragnarok. But I feel like this showcase, whether or not it happens this month or September, I think it's going to be maybe the biggest showcase they've ever done, at least for the PS5. Like, if this does happen, I do expect something related to Spider-Man 2 because, last year we got the first main trailer for God of War Ragnarok, and if you compare when we got that trailer compared to when the game's actually coming out, it was a little over a year. And the same time frame is happening with Spider-Man 2 because as of right now, we only know that it's coming out sometime next year. And there's literally no chance that it comes out in the first half of next year. So, maybe it's going to come out like holiday 2023. So I could definitely see like a new trailer for Spider-Man 2. As far as anything Wolverine related, I wouldn't expect that at all because that game's probably not coming out until the earliest sometime in 2024. And it's not a matter of if, it's just when, because we are going to be getting a PlayStation showcase sometime this year. Like I said earlier, I hope it's this month, but if not, then it has to be sometime next month. And it also kind of makes sense for Sony to have a PlayStation showcase this month because of the release date for The Last of Us Part 1. And it's kind of obvious, like if you were to ask, like, how many people would tune into a PlayStation showcase compared to a Last of Us Part 1 dedicated state of play? Like, a lot more people would tune into a PlayStation showcase because there would be multiple games being shown off, If they do have one this month, I fully expect like a new trailer or something for The Last of Us Part 1 as like the final marketing push to maybe get people that are currently on the fence of buying the remake and just showing people one last thing, like, hey, are you sure? Like, like you're going to want to pick this game up, especially for people who have never played The Last of Us before, so I fully do expect that to show up if it does happen sometime in August, and I still expect like a dedicated state of play for God of War Ragnarok, so maybe that wouldn't show up at a showcase, maybe just like a new trailer, even though now this is just me, I don't want to see anything more from God of War Ragnarok, I just want to play it. I don't want to see a new trailer, I don't want to see gameplay, because I already know the gameplay is going to be amazing, so I don't need to be sold on that. Of course, I would want to see it, and I would have to cover it, but at the same time, I hope that we don't get that, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, obviously, if it is a showcase that we're getting sometime this month, then we're probably going to be getting a look at games coming out next year. I mean, we kind of have to, because we really don't know, besides Spider-Man 2, we don't really know any like PlayStation 5 exclusives that are coming out next year. Like, we know a lot of third-party games, but as far as PlayStation exclusives, we don't really know. And also, apparently, Sony is wanting to launch 2 of their upcoming live service games by March of 2023. So you would think that those have to be shown off at this showcase as well, which, I mean, I'm hoping if that happens, one of them ends up being the Last of Us online game. I can't wait to see that. So maybe that could show up. You know, so, I mean, when it comes to this rumor, it's not like a matter of, are we going to be getting a showcase? It's a matter of when, because Nick Baker is saying that he's heard that it's going to be this month, but it could also be next month. You know, so I'm not really expecting it to be this month. It would be very surprising, and I obviously would welcome that, as I'm sure most of you guys would as well. But I still think it's going to be sometime in September, but we'll just have to wait and see. But what do you guys think? Down below, let me know your thoughts on how apparently we might be getting a new PlayStation showcase sometime later this month. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it or found it informative, drop it a like and hit the subscribe button by turning on the post notification bell so you don't miss my next upload. Until next time, guys, take care.